Sorry, that was last week. Okay. Paul John Jerome Cook. Born 1st of November 1958. Now, Dad, that's 50 years ago. In case you don't know, Dad didn't pass matric maths, did you, Dad? No. But I believe you taught it at Clarence High. So, if you sent your kids to Clarence High in the early 80s, that's the man to talk to. So when I decided... She's upset because actually we've taken the shine away from her birthday. It happens to be Harriet's birthday today as well.
Good segue.
Aren't you glad you passed those days, Dad?
Oh,
Alright, so when I thought about writing a speech about my dad, I had to think long and hard, because he says to me, I'm the smartest man you know. So I thought, how can I see my dad in appropriate eyes? I'm thinking of, what's this, the bow-nose hat. What hat can I put on? What hat can I put on? I thought, there's only one hat I can put on, only one pair of glasses, and that's an accountant's glasses. So, Dad, to do a speech for you, I've done a balance sheet of your life. So your first asset, Dad, your first asset would be your wonderful children.
That's an impairment.
2 boys and 2 girls. Now it's hard to get 2 girls. Ask your parents. It took them 7 tries. Now, Dad, talking about a balance sheet, is there any contingent liabilities that you can think of that might be coming up in the future that involve 2 girls? 2 weddings. Now, if we take a look at your first liability, I have to kick off and mention the hair. Although I think this debt will affect myself and Jacob more than it will Eloise. And looking around the room, I think that this is an incurred liability from his father.
That's right.
Although maybe this asset has something to do, or maybe this liability has something to do with the first asset. As for his second asset, how could I go without mentioning Jacob? Unfortunately, Jacob isn't with us tonight, but he deserves a special mention. And for those of you who aren't aware, and who Jacob hasn't told, he's a whopper. And we actually are very proud of him. But Jacob brings forth an interesting question. And that leads to my liability. Dad's complete lack of musicality. At first we thought Jacob may have been the milkman. I even believe I mentioned that to the primary school teacher.
We didn't want to talk about that tonight.
Although, Philip,
from the record.
of late, the trademark Cook train tracks have been showing through on Jacobs, and that's put that question to bed.
Don't kill him.
But back to Paul and his liability of musicality. Now, Paul was a young boy, excited at the adventure of going to the town hall, representing St Peter's Primary School. Very excited. All his classmates in the school choir in the Stedford. And then the choir master quietly took Paul aside and said, Paul, I think it's best if you mind. Now, the second asset, or the third asset I should say, involves his impact on our life through support. And I'll just mention, he's always been at our sporting events, and we've been very lucky for that. And I clearly remember one day when we were all playing hockey, and we all four of us had a 9 o'clock game, and between Mum and Dad, each of them made sure that they saw at least a half of our game, which I think is very important to us. But it also brings me to Dad's involvement with myself and my brother Jacob through rugby. Now, when I hit puberty, Dad said, "Get out of the field." So that didn't quite work with Jacob, a little but eventually Jacob decided to take up the great game that is rugby. This gave Dad the opportunity to get involved in rugby, so he decided to do his referee's course. And again, Dad approached it with vigour and enthusiasm. And here he was on his first day at the sevens competition, Hudson versus Glenorchy, and a scrum packed down. Dad feels a little twinge in his ankle, and he turns around expecting to see, I think it was Glenorchy Bogan, wasn't it, Dad? No one was there. Dad had to come off. And I thought, what the hell's wrong with Dad? What are you doing? It's not time. Anyway, we got home. Dad thought he'd done his hamstring. He got home and told my mother what had happened, to which she replied, "You're still going to go to the cancer ball." To his credit, he did, before seeing Dr. Rob. I got a little bit of a pain in my lower leg. Turns out he snapped his Achilles, and he spent 2 weeks up with Dr. Phil, and 6 more weeks in a car. Which is his third liability, which is his body. Now, Dad's father-in-law, my grandfather, kindly reminded me of another one of Dad's assets. His persistence. Now, my dad, I can swear, is one of the most persistent people I know. Jonathan, have you cleaned that room? Have you really cleaned that room? Is there anything under your bed? If I go down to your room right now, will I find something under your bed? That pile of washing is not going to stay there. Dad's persistence was never more evident in his attempt to woo my mother. Now Dad likes to pretend. He likes to pretend he's a bit of a Casanova. Showing off to his son, And he tells me this story, and that he took 2 days to his 21st. May I say, Dad, that is yet to be confirmed by anyone other than yourself. And one of the repeat that, please. He took 2 days supposedly to his 21st. One of which is Mum. Now, Dad, let's say for argument's sake that what you say is true. If you were such a Casanova and were beating girls off by the dick, had 2 girls on the go at once, why did it take you not 1, not 2, but 3 attempts for Mum to finally agree to marry you? And I believe after the second she actually fled the country.
He's an options trader. You've got to put and call.
I had to think very seriously.
So persistence was an asset, and now to a liability. Now, marrying Mum was one of Dad's life goals. And at the moment he only has...
I don't think that's the liability.
He only has one current goal unfulfilled. And his goal has been a goal for the last 10 years. And that is the goal to lose weight. This is the liability admitted by himself to Ellie when he said to her in confidence, confidence is something very big at our house. That's his confidence. Don't say that. I didn't really say that. But he said, I'm a very goal-orientated person. Every goal I've set my mind to, I've achieved. But I just can't seem to lose the weight. Well, Dad, Dad's first step to losing weight occurred.
What's your advice about that?
Well, we'll get to that, Philip. Dad's first attempt to lose weight occurred on a Christmas Day. We got sucked in by a house direct ad for an ab rock. Now, Dad has been great in setting goals for me and telling me how to achieve them. Dad, I'd like to help you. Your endeavour.